Well, hello and welcome back to the Tao Manifesting Tarot, the audio edition. Because even though you're seeing a picture on the screen, this is all you're going to see. It's the spread for today. It's the energy pattern for today. It's the manifesting force for the day. It's all you're going to see. You're not going to see me. You're not going to see cards moving. No action at all. Done purposely, intentionally, to minimize the interference, the distraction. We live in a world full of distractions, and it's designed that way. Oh, buy this, you got to do this. Oh, you got to do this, you got to think this way. You got to support this. You got to, oh, we got to. And you're being told from the people who are trying to control you in every aspect of your life, you're being told how you should think, how you should react, what you should be, what you can do, what you cannot do. So in essence, you're not thinking, or worse yet, even living for yourself. And I don't mean living for yourself in a selfish sense, a narcissistic sense. We all come into this world with a karma, a life path. It's different for all of us. Your karma, your life path, even though you came from the same family, not the same as your brother or sister, and vice versa. Or your aunts, your uncles, your cousins, your friends. Everybody's different. That's the mix that we call life. And so within that context, the equality in life is not that we all can be rich, is not that we all can be doctors, it's not that we all can be whatever. It's that we come here to fulfill our karma, to grow, to evolve, largely spiritually, but emotionally as well. Physically, you could argue that you get to a certain point, and around 30 you start to deteriorate and are headed to dying. So I'm not going to toss that in, but emotionally, spiritually, you can evolve. That's the equality. We all have that possibility. It's not that we're all going to do the same job. It's that our possibilities for growth, for evolution, are the same. So, my job is to help you with your manifesting ability. It's an ability we have from birth, but we do not develop because that makes us dangerous. If you have somebody who can really manifest, ooh, baby, you're a threat to the system. So it gets pushed down. We try to pump it up. The Tao Manifested Tarot Reading. I do a brand new reading, by the way, every day 365. Thank you for joining me now. So let's see. We begin with those 5 cards. In the middle is the Oracle card. It is Truth Be Told. Reminds me of that movie, Jack Nicholson. You can't stand the truth, or handle the truth, or something like that. And it's generally true for most human beings. We are cowards. Please let me live my fantasy, but I don't want to be tied down to reality. That goes back to what I was just saying a minute ago. We're not all meant to be lawyers or doctors or politicians or superstar singers or models or what. We're not. We come in here with a life plan, a karmic purpose. The equality is in the fact that we can equally apply and grow in our particular path and be happy with that. Not to be looking at someone else and wishing you had what they had, because I heard a great quote back a week or two ago. It was from Jim Carrey, the actor. And he says, I wish for everyone to have all the money they could possibly have so that they can find out it's not all what you think it is. It's not all it's cracked up to be. Life is a challenge for all on different levels, and you can't make that comparison. So you and I work together for you to manifest your potential. And when you get into that groove, it's amazing. All of a sudden, you're not in competition. All of a sudden, you're not fearful. All of a sudden, there's a calm, a peace in your life because you're in your groove. I'm here to inspire. So let's begin with this Truth Be Told. And the number, just about center, a little left, is 14, 1 and 4. 1 is beginning, 4 is stability because the square, the cube, very stable. But you put the 1 and the 4 together and it says change. 1 and 4 is 5. 5 is change. So you are looking to change for the sake of stability. Okay? Realizing that even in stability there is no safety because there is no such thing in life. Life is that constant movement forward. And you all deal with what comes into your life, good, bad, or indifferent. And it's in dealing with those kinds of things where you evolve. That's the key. So let's see if we can't help you out with the energy for today in this Tao Manifesting Tarot reading. All the way to the left, we begin with the Devil card. The devil's not outside, the devil's inside. One of the problems we have as human beings is pointing our fingers at others. Now, that's not to say that they don't sometimes deserve it. If you're a jerk off, you're a jerk off, you should be called. Fine. And I'm not saying being wishy-washy or have a lack of principles. I'm not saying that. But most of the difficulties we have are the devil inside. Remember I was talking just a little minute ago about you getting into your karmic path? And when you do, you have a sense of peace, of wholeness, happiness, joy, contentment, because you know that you're in your path, you're growing, you're evolving. The devil energy in all of us is the fear, the insecurity, the negativity. And we buy into it, just like these two people do. You notice they're not chained to the devil, they're chained to ourselves or to themselves, but both are still at the feet of the devil. They are choosing the negativity. So the idea that you begin with this reading, you want to talk about the truth be told, point that finger at yourself. Where am I weak? Where am I afraid? Where do I feel incapacitated? Where do I feel like I'm not enough? That's what has to be dealt with. The meme for today, common people will believe anything if they're frightened. But critical thinking people will not buy the deception. They will find the truth through the smoke screen of fear. Listen to the critical thinkers, not the fearful reactors. The man who handled propaganda for the Nazis was at Nuremberg, and they asked him, how did you take a nation like Germany, very intelligent, very successful, doing well on all the material levels, how did you get them into this whole Nazi fascist thing? He said, very simple, we made them afraid. That's all it takes for human beings. Make them afraid. And they stop thinking. They stop thinking. They're sheep. And if you take a look at, you can go farther back than this. Well, you can start with 9/11. What did that do? It scared everybody. What did we do? We gave up a lot of our constitutional rights for safety. And Ben Franklin says if you give up your safety or you give up your freedom for safety, that's it. If you give up your freedom for safety, you don't deserve either. That's what we did. The way that we have been manipulated is through fear. Oh, this damn pandemic, oh my God, it's going to kill you. Turns out not the case. It's the vax that kills, not this virus. But that's okay. All they needed to do was to scare us. That's the devil. So what is the counter to that? The next card over. Knight of Pentacles. Pentacles are things that we value, things that are important. They're not material things. They're health, which is material, but it's something that we don't keep. We die eventually. So you can't buy your way to living forever, although I got to believe there's some billionaires in the world today that's their goal. But nobody gets out of here alive, like Jim Morrison of The Doors said. Nobody gets out of here alive. So you have peace, happiness, joy, friendship, love, purpose. Those are the things that are of value, and that's what the Knight of Pentacles brings to you. A sense of true value. Remember, truth be told, what are your true values? Not ones given to you, not ones you have because you're afraid and you've stopped thinking for yourself. What are your true values? The way to do that, in part, is the next card over. It is the Moon card. Moon card does not allow you to see everything. Therefore, there's a bit of reality and illusion mixed in between. You could deceive yourself And with the devil card in here, the odds are you are believing your own bullshit. And it's creating problems for you, making it easier for the people who want to control us. So you have to, if you're going for the truth being told, you tell the truth to yourself. Don't be fearful. You're not thinking, you're simply reacting. Break those devil bonds to your fear. Develop a strong sense of real value, something that improves your self-worth, that helps your soul evolution. Don't be fooled. You're not seeing everything. And don't let the fear take you over. That's the final card, Nine of Swords. This is, I think, one of the best cards in terms of descriptions and in terms of tarot I've ever seen. Here's somebody, middle of the night, up in bed, just thinking, I coulda, shoulda, woulda, and you work yourself up into a sweat. And because you do that, you put yourself in a negative position. And you are not in that mood, in that situation, telling yourself the truth. You are fearful. Remember, common people will believe anything if they're frightened. But critically thinking people will look for deception. They'll find the truth within themselves. Listen to the critical thinkers. May not be comfortable, but listen to the critical thinkers, not the fearful reactors. Hold truth, nothing less. Don't settle for less. That's our reading for today. Back tomorrow again with the Tao Manifested Tarot reading. Between now and the next time you and I talk tarot together, peace and blessings.